hate to interrupt this moment of burgeoning intimacy, but can we get the fuck out of here?
Hello and welcome to the final podcast, the last podcast you will ever listen to. We are the creators of the Spooky Pit, the innovators of the Passion Bump, and we take you down the darkest rabbit holes of all things horror.
Welcome, spooky bitches. We review horror movies and fuck them with comedy. We are your final bros, Brian Hopper LaGrassa and Shane. Every time I eat Gefelda, my foreskin grows an extra centimeter Smith. And we are joined as always by our Scream Queen and producer, Jen. And we are here. It is the fourth week of the Summer Shandy. Who's ready for Deep Blue? LL Cool J.
How do I make my foreskin grow?
Oh, if you have foreskin?
Do I? Should I?
I don't have an answer for that.
But if you do watch...
I don't.
Vaginas still scare me a little bit.
Do they?
Spook me out. What I will say is...
Do you think vaginas have foreskin?
They are foreskin, right?
Yeah, they're
I
just...
have absolutely no idea.
I've seen what a mermaid vagina looks like.
Yes.
And since then, I think vaginas have haunted my
When
dreams.
did you...
The Lighthouse.
The Lighthouse, they like show them.
Oh, right.
For fourth ever review we did?
I didn't watch that one purposefully.
Great movie.
Also, I can never, ever, ever forget the horn.
Oh.
Oof. Oh.
Yes.
It was it was a little too much.
Yeah, the horn, it went off a lot.
You talking about the foghorn?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I thought you were talking about. We love the foghorn.
Of course we did.
Foghorn. Jen
We
hated
need
it.
a foghorn.
I would love that. I'd get that sound effect. That would make sense.
We probably should. Be pretty lit.
Why isn't that
Oh.
sound effect on there? I'm so happy we're not
gotta
fucking
find
wearing
it.
headphones anymore.
Don't have to hear it anymore.
Yeah.
So,
I took them off every time you did it anyway.
this movie features The Punisher. This movie also features a star actress who could not be more irrelevant in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
She does kill a shark, though, so I'll give her that credit.
Yeah.
Which is a scene that I distinctly remember from my childhood. The scene where she takes her clothes off.
Yes.
So she's getting electrocuted. I do remember that from my childhood, but as a character, I think she's horrible. And Samuel L. Jackson's in this scene for he's got a great death. LL Cool J is the hit of this movie, in my opinion. He's funny.
Yeah.
Him and the parrot.
He's got like this, him and the pair have like this side story.
I think LL Cool J and what's the other guy? The one that you just mentioned right before that?
Thomas Jane.
No, before that.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson. They're actually the only two characters I actually like in
That's
this movie.
fair.
I like Thomas Jane in the movie.
I like them. And then
He's the criminal, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the guy that thinks he
He's
could
all
just,
right. He
I
was
mean-
he was a little too OP for me.
he's like, just like, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm a little jealous. Not every guy can ride a shark like a surfboard, so I don't know. I just kind of...
The scene at the end when he flips... all right.
Or the beginning, because it happens twice. The one later.
The later one, though, because that shark is like 70 feet long, and you weren't a fan of Michael Rappaport in this?
You know, I'm just not a fan of him in general. I don't know what it is. Like, he's like hit and miss for me. Like, he could be funny, and then sometimes he could just be
Annoying.
Like, he can easily flip the switch to annoying. Very fast.
Yeah. Scoggins,
yeah. Yep. A lot of interesting characters. Like, Stellan Skarsgard's in this fucking movie for like 2 minutes. Like he's the most brilliant man on the planet, and he's literally dead 2 minutes later.
Like,
I thought it was warranted.
His death is actually hilarious.
yeah,
thought
this
so,
was
too.
this was a shark movie, though. You have to do.
It was definitely one of the ways that I would not want to die.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
So
I don't think I would have ever taken any way people die in this movie. I don't think I ever would have wanted any of them. I think I just would have never taken the job.
yeah.
this is a very, very dumb idea of a movie, just to be honest. And it's very far-fetched in the way it kills. But, like, I can see why people like it so much because it's funny. It's definitely entertaining.
Yeah.
And it was in, like, the year of the 90s where, like, it was, like, 99, I think, when this movie was made. It
Yeah,
was, like,
the year every good movie ever was
the
made.
greatest year for movies, right? Like, 99. And I know there was, like, a lot of other aquatic movies. Like, I know, like, Anaconda was big around this time. I think it was maybe a couple years earlier.
I think
Lake
97
Placid came out this year.
Yeah.
So, like, that time was, like, big for those, like, kind of, like, sea beast creature features. But with the humor of this movie and mixed in with the crazy deaths.
Yeah.
Definitely, like, is a big fan favorite.
I feel like we've hit a lot of those big 90s creature features now.
We have.
Like,
Yeah.
we did Anaconda. We did Lake Placid. We're doing Deep Blue Sea. Like, there's, like, another one that always pops in my mind is this movie Deep Rising, where there's this, like, giant monster on a cruise ship, which is with Famke Jensen, and incredible movie. I would actually love to review that.
If you're talking about, like, we should definitely hit the creature feature again somewhere down the road, because an aquatic creature feature that someone is going to be like, how have you guys not done yet? And they're absolutely right, would be like The Host.
Oh,
There's so many movies to do, though.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot. But of the big ones, though, you're right. We have hit a lot of, like, especially from the 90s, the three that pop in my head are Lake Placid, this movie, and Anaconda.
Yeah.
Immediately.
I'm almost surprised we haven't done Jeepers Creepers, honestly.
We will get to that, too.
I know.
That's another good
I'm
one.
kind of really excited to get to that one because my favorite part of Jeepers Creepers is watching the thing jump.
Oh, my wild.
It's adorable.
The first Jeepers Creepers
like
is
a bunny.
honestly a fantastic movie.
And the second one would be...
actually really just okay.
Yes. Well, I was going to say it'd be better if they didn't drop characters midway through the movie with no explanation.
I thought the second one's with the one with the bus.
Bus,
right?
yes. It's not a bad movie, but it's not better than okay either.
And the third one is just fucking amazing.
Yeah, the first one's bomb.
The third one's so obnoxious.
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't remember the third one.
Don't.
I know I've seen it, but I really just stopped at like the first and second. After that, I would only just watch those two.
Watch the third.
So
Is it really?
The main kid
so cringe.
is so
I
bad.
remember nothing.
He makes me want to jump into the spooky
Holy
pit.
hell, I'm not even prepared for this.
You're
fucking
actually
shit.
not prepared.
No, I'm definitely not thinking.
You like how I just throw it on you?
Yeah, you just fucking
You
throw it
went
on me.
for your Celsius, then you went for my phone, then you went for my mic, and then
was
you went
like,
back for your phone.
"Whoa!"
Spooky pit.
Deep Blue Sea released in 99. Let's cure Alzheimer's using shark proteins. This film stars Thomas Jane as Carter Blake, Saffron Burrows as the worst character in the movie, Dr. Susan McAllister, Samuel L. Jackson as Russell Franklin, Jacqueline McKenzie as James Huggins, Micah Rappaport as Tom Scoggins, Stellan Skarsgard, who's in the movie for a total of a minute and a half, as Joe Rock, and LL Cool J as Preacher. Definitely what I will say is some of these characters are like kind of memorable.
Yes.
Yeah,
Memorable is a
sure.
great way to put them.
You have Preacher,
Sure.
the badass cook who is a part reverend, I guess, in LL Cool J.
Yeah.
Then you have the shark wrangler himself, Thomas Jane.
Incredible.
I don't like her character, but it's a very memorable scene of how she kills a shark with the electricity when she takes out that thing and she takes off her clothes and sets on him so she doesn't catch electricity. Pretty cool death scene.
Genius.
Yeah. In watching this movie, spoiler, there are 3 sharks. 3.
Yes.
Cool J gets a kill.
Just a mama.
The lady doctor gets a kill. And
Hello.
Cool J gets another kill. He
Yeah,
gets 2.
Cool J kills 2 of the sharks.
It's a big assist from Thomas Jane, though, because he actually, doesn't he, like, plug the thing up with the battery thing, and he just tells him to press the battery?
Yeah.
No. Cool J shoots it. He shoots the battery torpedo into
No,
the...
'cause doesn't he hit him in the leg?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he hits the shark's fin, and then that's what he hits the switch, because he needed the wire to connect it, right?
Yeah, I thought that Thomas Jane put that in there. For
I
everybody.
didn't question it.
Okay, maybe, yeah.
No, because Cool J shoots like a harpoon that goes through the shark's fin and then through his leg as well, right?
Okay.
And then he hits it and it blows up?
Got it. Okay, so I definitely remember the one in the leg. I didn't know that he shot the additional one. He probably did. I just missed it.
Yeah. I
literally just watched this last night, too. So, like,
I'm trying to remember. Well, it's okay. We'll go through that whole thing. Let's start with the open, which is people partying on a boat. There's a shark coming through the bottom of the boat, and then you're like, oh my God, all these people are going to die. No, the Punisher's there, and he's going to shoot the shark with 2 like tow cables and tow the shark back.
Yeah, so already, like, you got 2 couples, and they're on a boat, and they're partying. You're like, these guys are as good as toast. There's, like, one of the first movies where you don't get deaths as a cold open.
No, you get Savior as a
Yeah,
cold open.
You do.
This whole movie is just to prop up Thomas Jane.
As this fucking criminal shark wrangler.
Yes.
That's what the position's called. He is a professional shark wrangler, which is someone that can ride sharks.
Really?
So, like, I felt like if you're wrangling sharks, it means that you can kind of, like, wrestle them and get them, like, into a position. He rides them like a paddleboard, bro.
Yes.
That was the very last scene they shot because they said that he had to shoot all of his other scenes before doing that because he actually swam with a real shark.
Oh,
Yeah, because they wanted to make sure the movie was filmed in case the shark killed him.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty badass, though.
It is.
He did this himself, or they did it with someone else? Or you don't?
I'm
didn't say?
pretty sure it says.
I can't see.
It says Thomas Jane had to swim alongside a real live shark, so I think he did it.
Okay.
I mean, that's
This is-
smart.
If it says it, it says
In
it.
all fairness, this is probably before Thomas Jane was Thomas Jane.
That's a good point,
Right?
too.
Like, this is-
He's like, let me make a name for myself by
he's
swimming with this shark.
I mean, you still have to have like a shark wrangler there just in case.
what if he is the shark?
He was the Punisher after this movie,
Yeah,
right?
Punisher came out like 03, 04.
Yeah.
I actually saw that in theaters with Danny Lajeski.
It's a good movie.
It is. I like it. Ben Foster's in it.
Yeah.
He's got the part where they get the piercings. Remember? Oh, that's so tough.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's got all those piercings.
Good movie. Good movie.
Yeah.
So we're going to now see this facility, and it's a big shark facility.
Yeah.
And that's where they keep the sharks that they're like injecting the sharks with like brain steroids in order to extract chemicals from their brains in order to cure Alzheimer's.
The story of this movie is fucking wild.
Which is also
Okay,
illegal.
I just want to start by saying...
It's like, let me take part of your brain so I can cure these other people, but you'll probably like be brainless or
Yes.
die.
Dr. Susan McAllister, that's her name. So she's... the first thing she's talking to Samuel L. Jackson's character...
At the office.
At the office. And then basically this is like... She's telling them about her research. And basically she basically takes... Oh my God, it's fucking crazy. I can't believe I'm going to say this. She takes shark protein from its brain and uses that to cure Alzheimer's. That's the simplest way I could.
Yes.
There's a lot more scientific mumbo jumbo, but that's what I took.
That is what it is. And it's not working yet. So
Well, there's not enough protein.
Yes.
Like they've never been able to get enough protein, which should just tell you it's not going to work.
yeah. But so basically they're classic movie. They're like, you got a deadline, you got to meet it, or we're going to cut funding. And if everyone knows.
He didn't give her that deadline.
He kind of did.
She made that deadline. He was like, you're all fired. Like you literally let a shark escape and almost eat an entire boat. Like you're fired. She was like, give me till Monday and I'll prove it works.
Yeah. But that's the thing. When you put pressure on scientists, if there's one thing I learned, they always turn evil. They're like, all right, that means ethics out the window.
That's true.
Let's do this shit. Someone get me the reanimator juice. We're getting this shit done.
Yeah. So Samuel L. Jackson's coming along.
Yeah, so one just backstory about Samuel L. Jackson. You think he's a suit? He ain't a suit.
No.
He's been in the Alps. He's eaten people.
Yeah.
He has, I think, right? They allude to
Russell
him being
Franklin.
Ethan Hawke and alive.
Yeah. Absolutely. He's coming along. They're choppering into Aquatica.
Yes.
It's the Alcatraz of the shark world.
And I love how they write off anyone being there by like, oh, it's the weekend. We got the weekend crew there. Everyone leaves. So there's
them.
legitimately 7 people there.
And from the overhead, it looks like it's ginormous, but I feel like they filmed this in like 3 different or 4 different locations. I feel like they don't use a lot of locations.
It's not a big facility.
Yeah.
I think it's mainly just the top half, the crew quarters, the lab, and then like the cook station at the bottom. I think that's really all it is.
Yeah. It's specified that cook station is far away from the other parts of the building.
Very far away from everyone else.
Put that out in the forefront of this one.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff is gonna like basically it's a lot of meet and greet with Samuel. He's like, this guy's a dick to Samuel. This guy's nice to Samuel.
The deck is Thomas Jane.
Yes.
Well, they're being dicks because he's essentially like making
suit.
them lose all their jobs.
Yeah.
Like
Well-
he paid for the place, but now he's like, yeah, you're canceled.
Yeah. Well, even but Susan, right? She even threatens Thomas Jane with his job. He's like, I don't think we should like use the sharks. They're kind of like this getting kind of squirrely. And she's like, you're a criminal, right?
Yeah. And the funny thing is, like, the intro to Samuel L. to his name's Carl.
Yeah.
I think, right? No, is it Carter?
Carl.
Carter. He just sees some dude just like swimming, and there's a shark chasing him, and Samuel was like, "Hey, look out for that!" But he doesn't realize that he's just gonna turn around and just hop right on top of that shark and just ride it off.
Yo,
Oh, okay, you ride sharks.
Oh,
That's
natural.
what
See
you
you
do
all
for
the
a
time.
living.
We did that on the Alps. That's how we escaped finally. Yeah, so it's kind of sick. So they start to take the elevators down to show Samuel all the sub levels. They're like, this is the area, and then they go over certain things about what is going on, what they're going to do. This is the first time we'll see LL Cool J as Chef.
Yes.
He's there.
Call him Preach.
Preach. He has a parrot that's just like, big butts, pussy liquor. Yes. Like, that's like all the parrot does is say things like that.
Well, like through the movie, like it's not explicitly stated, I think, but the priest was an alcoholic.
Yes, because the bottle floats to him later on, and he's like, this is definitely a sign from God, and just starts chugging Jack or whatever it was.
Which I took as the reason he's no longer a priest.
Yes, and everyone knows the best chefs are either chain smokers or alcoholics.
My company's made of them.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
And they are chain smokers or alcoholics, right? Yeah, it's just the way. If there's one thing I've learned, cooking is so stressful. I think that's why they all resort to chain smoking, to kind of calm themselves down.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing.
No, I've seen every season of Hell's Kitchen.
Particularly with their food people. Yeah, people are kind of crazy.
They really are. So you know what else is crazy? We think they see these flares get shot off in the air.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, something terrible is about to happen. They go to the surface. Surprise party!
Party!
It's a party in the USA.
Oh my God. And I think this is where you're getting first introduced. Janice says it because I think it's her husband or boy toy.
It's her boy scientist lover.
Stellan Skarsgard.
Yes.
He's the most brilliant man on the planet.
He always plays like a scientist.
Yeah. And you'll really get to understand his genius as he walks up to a shark and gets his hand cut off, but that's later.
It's coming up actually very soon.
Well, they celebrate, and basically what they're celebrating is they have the shark, right? It's in the tank. They basically extract the proteins. They put the proteins on a little slab of old-fashioned Alzheimer's. Literally, like it's a piece of brain with Alzheimer's, right?
Yeah.
Slap it on there. Apparently, like it cured the Alzheimer's in like 6 seconds or something.
Yeah, the neurons just start firing at all cylinders.
The terrible actress, by the way, the main actress. She's like, they're firing! I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so excited.
Yeah. Another character that's there is
firing.
Oh my! I think it's Beth or Beck.
Janice.
No, is it Janice, the girl that's in the tower?
Oh no! That's the girl from she's the most annoying person in fucking Sopranos. I forgot. Her
It's
name.
something with a B. I thought.
Patty. I have no idea. I'll find it. I know exactly.
Bartholomew.
She does. Yeah, she's in the control tower.
Yeah, I just wanted to point her out because she's gonna die in the next like 10 minutes. So I just figured people should know.
I could just promise you right away.
I thought she'd just be stuck
she's already
there.
My.
The whole thing blows up.
You know, this is crazy because there's a lot of good death scenes. You can book that as my.
Her death.
Believe it or not, I think it was fucking hilarious.
It is. Well, all right. Just as you're looking up her name, she does mention that there's a hurricane coming. That's why I wanted to bring her up. She's like,
and how'd she say it?
There's a storm a brewing.
Yeah. That's how she says it. There's a storm coming.
Yeah. And so they're like, okay, storm.
Sure, why not? Bring it on.
Her name's actually Brenda.
Brenda. I knew it was with a B. So Brenda is her name. Samuel and LL Cool J, I'm going to say have what I like to call a black moment.
Okay.
I don't know why they don't have
Just broing out.
This is for later. I just don't know why they don't have a doctor on board. An actual doctor?
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah, it makes
human
no sense.
doctor?
Like an MD.
You'd think that would be part of the skeleton crew? I don't know.
No, that guy left on the boat.
Apparently.
But what I was going for with the two of them, Bri, is because LL was talking to him about like him going up on like mountains of snow and like all the people dying. And he's like, save that kind of shit for the white people. We got other things to worry about. We don't need mountains taking us out.
I mean, they're right. It's a snow, cocaine, very white person thing. White people do coke.
And
That's not what I meant at all.
And Samuel Jackson's just like, fair enough.
Yeah, he's like, I understand. I think he actually says like respect and like they hug and
So
like.
you're saying this is a brother brouhaha?
Yeah, that's.
They're just broing out.
They're just broing out.
Got it.
I thought it was funny because I was like, he didn't even like, because he's getting kind of treated kind of like ratty on the ship because he's obviously the person who will take away everyone's jobs. But he was just like, all right, fair enough.
He's like, I'll buy into this. I'll buy into this.
They were my favorite characters, though.
I wonder if that line was, what's it called? I wonder if improv, yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. I could see it. Samuel was like, he saw the script and he threw it out. He's like, trust me, I got this.
He's like, trust me. I was in Pulp Fiction. But LL kind of owned the 90s, so he could do whatever the fuck he wants.
That's true. And then, yeah, he just owns life. Like, he's just slaying life.
Literally, that man owns everything.
He's so great.
That man walked up to me and was like, I own you. I'm like, you do.
Of course.
I'm your property now, LL.
You just leash yourself for him.
Whatever you need, LL. He's like literally one of the, I don't know what it is. He's one of the coolest people on the planet. Like, he is.
He's just the definition of cool.
He's cool.
He's
cool
such a cool dude.
I don't know what it is. He's just so cool.
Yeah. So,
chug.
most of the people are going to go to the lab now. What was the girl's name in the tower? It was a big...
Brenda.
Brenda's going to stay in her tower. LL's going to go back to the kitchen. Thomas Jane is going to go into the cage, the wall cage. And the sharks are going to like start to come at him. But then he pulls out his gun. And they back off. And then the shitty actress is like, sharks can't swim backwards.
Oh my
Which, like,
God.
even if they were smarter, because that is a fact, sharks can't swim backwards. Even if they were smarter, I don't think they could still swim backwards.
My brain was fucking going nuts in this movie because there was a ridiculous part coming up. And I'm just like, this is insane.
Where the sharks start breaking the cameras.
Even crazier.
What part?
When
they
start
use
spitting out Stellan Skarsgard.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say when they use that guy's body as like a hammer.
Yeah, that's what he means.
That is.
Yeah.
Crack the glass. But we will cover it. There is an explanation, and it's still funny to me. Like,
Okay. All right. So
That was so dumb, and also one of the ways I never want to die.
okay. So let's get close to this scene for Brian. So
can't wait.
yes, the sharks are smarter, so they're a little nervous. The sharks are breaking all the cameras. They're a little nervous, but they do get the main shark up into the lab. They start to extract what I can only describe as brain juice. They drop it on the Alzheimer's brain.
Yeah. This is
Shit's all firing on all cylinders. They're all celebrating. There's going to be a giant sex orgy. It's all fun and
giant
games.
sex orgy aside. Stellan Skarsgård wants a better look at the shark. He's the smartest guy on the planet. Gets his arm bitten off.
Yeah, so like this shark had clearly been shaking from time to time. Why would you put yourself in bite distance?
He got very close to the shark.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he went from like literally a minute of like just laying his lips right on Janice's mouth, just really sucking her face off.
Yeah.
And then getting his arm sucked off because he got too close. The bite radius was so close, so close.
And his arm's just clean off, blood everywhere. I think he's still smoking the cigarette as he's going down.
You ever bite into a gusher?
Yeah, that's what this guy's arm looked like.
Pretty much.
And so they're like, there's panicking. They're calling SOS. They're like, we need help. They then send the shark back down so Carter's going to kill the shark.
He's like, bad shark.
Yeah, Carter's going to kill the shark. He goes to get a shotgun. And then Susan's like, nah. Hits the button. Shark is going back down into the water. Susan is actually the main reason everyone dies.
Aiding and abetting a criminal.
If
Criminal
she
shark.
would have just let Carter kill the shark here, everyone is safe.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
This is true.
She frees the shark up.
Yeah. So
She was like, I can't lose my research.
yeah,
She frees
I'd
the
rather die.
which she loses the research and dies.
Yes.
Nothing positive happens in this movie.
Her death is also fucking brilliant. It's just hilarious.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Oh,
We'll
it's
get
at
there.
the end. but
She
it's hilarious.
deserved to die.
She did.
Oh, definitely,
100%. So they're gonna secure Skarsgård in the
Some kind of transport. He's in a stretcher, right?
Stretcher.
Like he's just secure in there.
They call in the air patrol during a hurricane, which I feel like they wouldn't go through the hurricane to get this guy.
Weather is very bad. It's not good. They're gonna do it, and they're gonna hook him up so like they're evacing him out.
Yeah.
Right?
So this is the thing too about this. The whole plan actually works, and it doesn't because they have faulty equipment.
From the
There's
helicopter.
how would like that wire just stops.
The winches are stuck. It's just not pulling them
Of
up.
course, the winch gets stuck.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it?
So then it crashes into the water.
To give him credit, he does try and like hold it.
No, he does. But the winch why would the winch break?
The winch, bro. I mean, and now Stellan Skarsgård, he can't move. That's like he can't move. He doesn't have an arm, and he can't move because he's stuck on the
I
gurney.
feel so bad because he's like holding his hand up. Please reach me.
Please.
Please,
They
please.
can't get him. He falls into the water. The shark grabs him. The shark pulls the helicopter into the tower, killing everyone in the helicopter and killing Brenda.
Yeah, she just absolutely, like, it blows up, and her body just goes flying, and that's why she's
Backwards into the camera.
immediately in my Necronomicon, even though there's probably better deaths. It was fucking amazing.
We'll keep her in mind.
The CGI in this movie will blow your mind. It will literally, if your tits were powdered before this, that powder is flying all over
everywhere.
My hair is powdered. Look at that white streak.
You got a white streak in there?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh,
it's a dry.
Powder?
No, it's dry shampoo.
You wouldn't put the powder over here. You put them right here.
I put it.
See, you get it.
I put it
Tits, right?
everywhere.
So there's a thing that it's a segment Shane's gonna do. He's gonna powder his tits before every episode.
Yeah, we could start filming that.
I have extra powder. You want to use mine?
I might have to.
You do have powder
It's for my hair.
Okay, we're not.
for your hair.
We're not acting.
You know, the only person that I actually knows that still powder their tits are my 90-year-old grandma.
Brian just almost spit onto the soundboard.
I actually didn't think people did that.
No, literally.
Every human girl does.
Yes.
It was. She was born in like the 30s, so.
Oh, she's seen some shit.
Well, that part of my family lives to their hundreds.
Impressive.
Good for them.
No, I don't want to live to my hundreds.
No, you went off yourself.
Oh my
exactly. I'm just like, I'm 95. I'm like, someone kill me, please.
God.
No, it's I think like 80 tops. It also depends on your health.
Yeah,
though.
because if you're a healthy 80, you could still like mountain climb.
I am not going to be a healthy 80. I'm going to be a bad 60.
You think so?
I don't think I'm going to make it 60.
That's dark.
Your kids
Dark,
are
but reality. Like I don't
your
think I'm
kids are
gonna
gonna
make it.
kill you.
I eat McDonald's every other day. I still do it, even though I'm supposed to stop because I'm too lazy to go to the supermarket.
Kids doesn't eat McDonald's though.
Yeah,
McDonald's is big lit though.
You're not gonna eat McDonald's at the lake house.
Debatable.
There is a Dairy Queen though around the block. Yeah, so I improvise.
I improvise.
Dude, they have these two new blizzards. The Oreo, and they're gonna be outdated by the time this episode comes out. But the Oreo Dirt Pie Blizzard, which is basically chocolate and Oreos and gummy worms, phenomenal.
Sounds amazing.
And then
That makes the gummy worms sound like they'd be too hard to chew though.
yeah, I mean they are, but it's still like it works. I can't explain.
I also have a filling currently out, so I can't eat that.
and
Also fair.
then there is caramel fudge cheesecake.
Oh my! Oh, that one sounds fucking
Yeah,
good.
Sounds
they're
delicious.
both really good.
I love a
Sounds
cheesecake.
fucking
Do
delicious.
you ever just get a gelato?
I love gelatos. Yeah.
I love gelatos.
Absolutely love gelatos. I love the consistency of it. Sorry, Shane. I know you're trying to say something. We keep interrupting you. So if you want to murder me, that's fine. I have knives in the kitchen, but they are plastic because, let's be honest, I don't have any cutlery. I just get disposables because I'm lazy as fuck.
I'm not saying anything because I know stuff you don't.
I know that you get someone coming.
Yes.
I know I do have like a few, but
You may have dishware and utensils incoming that you may have not known about.
the queen of gift giving, Jen Bell, everybody.
Oh my
Do I have a
god.
poll
It
about
actually is not coming from me, but I do know about it
Is
because it was
is that coming
discussed.
from Young Dan? Is it who?
No, it's not.
Didn't he used to sell cutlery?
Yeah, but he doesn't sell it anymore.
Got it.
He probably, honestly, he could. And sometimes wish he still was. He was making bank when he was doing it, but he hated like the.
Was he selling
beatings.
Cutco?
Yeah.
Those are the best. Like those.
I have a friend named Dan. Not your young Dan, different young Dan. He also sold for Cutco, made bank off of it.
Yeah, you just have to like keep going to like their meetings and
Yeah.
shit, and he just didn't want to do that anymore because he was like, I'm not getting paid for this is just my time.
So the thing is, with Cutco, it basically sells itself because Cutco knives are some of the best knives on the market. They cut through
expensive as
anything. They are, but they're really worth the price.
a couple hundred, but like they literally like the effort to cut is so, they're so sharp.
It's so minimal. And
they
I would like
sharpen
to
them-
thank our sponsor for this episode, Cutco Knives.
of
Yes.
course. Thank you.
And they sharpen them for free.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. You know what else is awesome? This scene coming up.
Oh baby.
Talk about it, Bri. This is what you wanted. Because the Stellan Skarsgard is now in a shark's mouth.
Yeah. So obviously he got planted into the water after the winch incident of 1999. He's in the water, and yeah, obviously he's shark bait. The shark's gonna grab him. Can't really chomp on him. He's in a fucking stretcher in a way, but he has him. But these sharks are.
These sharks can cut down doors. You really think they can't go through the structure?
This is
They
a scene
definitely
where you're
could.
gonna realize these sharks are fucking brilliant. They are, and we'll explain later. But watching this, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? The shark's actually gonna. So they're watching the scene from the Aquatica. They can see the sea from a glass window. They're not gonna be able to watch too long because the glass is gonna shatter. Why is the glass gonna shatter? Because the shark is going to spit Stellan Skarsgard's body at the glass, cracking the glass, and it breaks. Yep, this is a thing.
Now, he would have died instantly on impact with that glass, probably, right?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
at least gotten a concussion.
Yeah. But he's still alive.
He does have
still alive.
oxygenator on his
He's like,
face.
But I feel like
he's like floating. He's like, help me.
I just feel like his head.
I'm sorry. Help me.
Oh my God. Hashtag too soon. I just feel like though he would have hit his head on the glass so hard it would have concussed him or cracked his head open.
But that doesn't mean that you die if you're concussed because your brain is still active.
Yeah, but I just
Unfortunately for him,
the whole thing.
And this is big brain we're talking. And
he does have big brain.
It is.
This is big brain. This thing is
big brain time.
Spitting in like a fucking Nolan Ryan 98-mile-an-hour fastball right at the glass.
Yeah. So
this is big brain time.
One thing we got to point out is LL Cool J actually gets knocked over and out, I think, for a little bit when the tower blows up. Just so people know, that's what he's up to.
And he's in the kitchen by himself.
Yeah,
he's in the kitchen with the parrot.
The parrot, yeah.
So the glass breaks, and the gang have to get up to higher ground because there's water pouring in. They're going to be underwater very fast. Yeah. So the water's just pouring in. They do get through. They get the door locked and closed, and they're like, we got to make our way to the surface. They start calling the tower, but no one is there to answer.
Oh, I mean, Brenda took a little bit of a ride.
Yeah, she's dead.
Yeah.
She's kind of dead. We're going to see them, like, keep running now from water stuff. It's going to be a lot of running from water, kind of like the movie Underwater.
Why are we rethinking the same fucking thing? Yeah, they do. And they do eventually land on a spot. It does have water in the middle of it, but it's like another, I guess, area that you do see glass everywhere.
Yeah. I guess one thing we'll all keep pointing out, too, is the sharks are actually breaking down the doors as they're going to this area because the sharks are just smart now.
They're smarter than Stellan Skarsgard.
They are.
The smartest man on the planet. Who went up and basically asked the shark to eat his arm. I'm going to keep reiterating that.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you think he shouldn't get like that close to like that big of a shark.
No, and now he's just getting spit. He's just this fucking spitball.
He really, really is.
Spitball Stellan over here.
So they get to this like circle room.
Oh, this gets hot and heated
but
over here.
we won't talk about that yet. Let's cut to the LL storyline.
Because LL is in a bind.
Yes.
Amanda binds.
Yes. So LL's walking through the halls, the wet water. He's like, come here, bird. Bird, where are you, bird? And then you just hear, big butts, dick sucker, or whatever you teach parrots. Mm-hmm. Why do parrots only know bad words in movies? Has anyone taught parrots good words?
I feel like it's the same as when like a kid learns a bad word and then you freak out and make a big deal out of it. Like if you didn't make a big deal out of it, they wouldn't say it.
Yeah. So the parrots are just kids that live to 100.
Correct.
Yeah.
They live to 100?
Parrots live forever.
They live a long time. Yeah.
I'm going to look up the average lifespan of a parrot.
Birds are weird.
Birds are very weird.
Yes.
Can you imagine just a bunch of like elephant-sized birds running around? Because that's basically what dinosaurs are.
So what I do want to explain is as like he's looking for the bird, there is a scene here where he does, he does engage with a shark. Like it starts to.
Yeah, the shark is going to start. Yeah, no, I want to talk about the whole thing.
The shark's going to suck his dick?
No, it's going to chase him into the kitchen.
Into the kitchen. Actually, into a oven.
Yes.
Is where he's going to go.
Yo, that was so fucked up.
The parrot gets eaten first.
Parrot gets gulped down.
Yeah,
that scene, I was cracking up. I was like, that is so fucked up.
Yo, he's smart though. Like he does not he thinks very quickly on his feet because what he does, and not really on his feet because he's in the oven, but gosh, so many jokes running to my head that I'm not going to pursue. So basically, he's hitting the top. Top of the oven with what is it? Is it a hammer? Is it a mallet? Is it an axe? Is it a?
It's an axe. I think it's an axe.
He basically breaks the top of the oven, gets to the upper part. And then when the shark's like busting in because it's trying to crack in, he's able to leave through the top part of the oven. Mm-hmm. So he can escape.
Which he does. And then the shark still thinks he's in the oven.
Yes.
So the shark gets its head like wedged in the oven. So he throws his lighter, blowing up the shark. One shark down,
Correct.
2 to go. By the way, some parrots can live up to 80 to 100 years old.
Wow.
Jesus. Is Jurassic Park technically a horror movie?
Yeah, we could do it.
Yeah.
Just the first
No,
one.
we can definitely do it. I think we can.
Yeah, we could definitely do Jurassic Park.
If we did Jaws, we can do Jurassic Park.
Because Jurassic Park is scarier than Jaws.
Absolutely.
I just find that so funny that the closest related relative to dinosaurs are birds, and I just like to always imagine a bunch of like elephant-sized birds just like roaming the area.
Imagine seeing like a dinosaur.
What about bird-sized elephants?
That'd be so cute.
It would be, right?
Yeah.
You'd probably have them as pets.
Golly, I couldn't get my phone back in my pocket.
So-
Also, the shading on inside. The shading on that is fire.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. So supposedly, like white ink does not do that great.
No, it turns like yellow.
Yes, supposedly it turns yellow, and like to be honest, it is turning a little yellow, but for the most part, it's maintaining the white, so that's good.
I mean, it looks like you wanted it to be like a cream tone.
Yeah, yeah.
Which looks really fucking cool.
Yeah.
I just had to say, like, you realistically draw him, and I was like, that's new.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago is when I got this redone. He just did that.
Nice.
He's good.
Sorry, I'm getting distracted by your body.
Yeah.
Well, that's on the podcast now.
I'll take it as a compliment. I hope it's I mean, don't worry, I made some bad decisions with my body because, like I said, I do things with spur of the moment. Like, day before I got the septum ring, I'm like, I had a dream that I actually was getting my body pierced, and next day, septum ring. Literally, no time, no thought. That's how quick I am. Bam.
I got this one. I got this one after my 6-year breakup, and then and then after my like new relationship, I started getting tattoos. So I don't know if we have Dan to thank for that or what.
This is gonna be a tangent, but let's gloss over quickly.
Okay.
How does one get over a 6-year breakup? I feel like that's an immense amount of time.
It took at least a year for me to start like actively dating again.
Yeah, I would.
Or actively dating with any intention.
I don't want to make you relive it, but yeah, that's gonna be.
I mean,
brutal.
it's fine. He is not generally a bad person. He just handled it in a very bad way.
Got it. Yeah, no, that can't be
It's
good.
not like I mean, I guess technically if you ask my friends, he cheated on me because he started dating the girl he dated after me less than a month after we broke up.
Maybe, who knows?
Yeah, and then she transferred to the same college as me, so that was a fun year.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a spicy storyline.
It is a spicy. I'll have to share that with you some other time. That is, and the day I found that out was actually the day I met Dan.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah, right?
Look at that.
Blessing in disguise.
Everything works out.
You said spicy moments. Speaking of spicy moments, right now, this one gets very, very spicy because, well, first of all, there's going to be a little bit of a heated disagreement. But before we get into that, I do want to mention that this is the scene where I already forgot her name because she's so irrelevant to me.
Janice?
Susan
Susan.
McAllister.
With the main girl?
Curly hair?
Yeah, it's Susan. I don't know her last name, but it's Susan.
I just know their hair.
It's
Yeah,
Susan.
so
There's only 2 girls left.
She mentions that this is where she mentions that the story of like the protein stuff.
Yeah.
But like, why are they like? I think Samuel L. asked like, why are they so intelligent? Like, why are they intelligent? And she's like, because we increase their brain size to get and excrete more protein out of them. So she went in there to blow their brains up, and they did so with like some kind of therapy.
Yeah, so it made them super smart.
Some like gene therapy that
Which is illegal.
Yeah.
and this.
Which they actually point out in the very beginning of the movie that they don't use.
Yeah, so this allowed this is the rationale for the Stellan Skarsgard spit and the convenient destroying of doors and glasses and things like that to get to them because they're super intelligent.
Which is almost funny because like they're intelligent, but all they're trying to do is eat.
Yeah.
So it makes me think of like more intelligent zombies.
Yeah,
Like their basic instinct is just like eat and survive. And the sharks are just like, okay, we just know how to get to our food better.
It's like husks.
Yeah. They know how, because they're essentially, I think someone even says it, they're herding them to where they need them to go. Because they're also thinking about escape, we learn. So they're flooding the facility to escape the facility. They're very smart sharks. So after they have this disagreement, because I think Carter actually gets really angry with Susan at this,
Yeah.
and gives her a stern talking to, as someone would say. Sammy, I was like, stop. Let me tell you this long story about me in the Alps. And he's like, we are not going to fight anymore.
What a motivational speech
Just to die.
from the outsider. And it's getting so pumped, and as that camera's zooming out, you're like, God, stop zooming out, cameraman. What are you doing? Because I know how this ends.
Yeah, because then they literally the cameraman is in his face, in it. And then he's like, first, we're going to seal up this hole. And then Shark jumps out. The best CGI I've ever seen.
Oh.
Where it just scrapes him on the floor, pulls him in, and you just see CGI arms waving in the air.
Another scene I remember from my childhood when I watched this movie. Yeah. Those 2 scenes specifically.
Yeah. Everyone remembers the Sammy L scene.
Yeah, yeah.
That was hysterical.
I just have one question. Because maybe they explain this, or I just don't understand it. Why does the water start shooting up from the hole?
the sharks are smart.
I could not fucking tell you because it's underwater, so ideally it should have been shooting up the whole time.
Yeah.
Smart
You're
sharks.
right.
It should have been.
So why is it just randomly, like, they're like, all right, Samuel's dead to shoot the water up.
Maybe a sub was going underneath it to give it the extra.
I thought,
It was Russia's fault the whole time.
so ideally the way that I thought that would have worked is that, because the room is technically completely sealed off, is that they can shut the hole, drain that whole area, and then people get into the sub, and then you seal it, and then they open the hole and the room floods again. So that's how I thought that would have worked. Like, I would never have thought that, like, you could leave it open and, like, it would be okay.
Yeah, it kind of makes no sense.
It reminds me of Spy Kids.
But why, it also just makes no sense why it starts just shooting into the sky randomly.
Yeah.
But anyway, so now...
Good call, Shane.
They're now going to go into the elevator room, which the ceiling's on fire. I think you see pieces of Brenda falling down.
Yep. Brenda pieces.
Yeah, and they start climbing up the ladder.
Which is, I think they mentioned that they did not want to go this way originally.
Because they figured it would be fucked up.
Scoggins said that.
Yeah.
But they're forced to go this way because of the sharking.
Yeah. The sharkening.
The shark night.
Yeah, so they're climbing up the ladder. Fire's falling down. The sharks, of course, break open another door. So now that room starts filling up with water. It eventually just stops filling up with water.
Yeah.
At some point, for some reason. The ladder's going to snap in half. Janice is going to fall into the water. We're going to learn Susan and Scoggins have great core strength and instantly flip up and pull themselves up. Yes. Let's be realistic. Unless you're physically fit, that's very tough to do.
I was going to say maybe the doctor, because she's very thin and lean.
I don't think Scoggins is doing that.
Got it in him.
Michael Rappaport is not doing that move. That was a stunt double.
That's a fucking doughboy and a half. If there's ever a doughboy actor, it's Michael Rappaport. It's a fucking dough fest. That's Danny Ravenda pre-weight loss.
Oh my god.
You're not wrong. Carter's gonna fucking now. All right, so Thomas Jane's gonna flip upside down and try to grab Janice, and the shark's gonna assist. The shark's gonna push her up in his mouth.
Yes.
And he's gonna have her, and I feel like he could have just gripped her and held on. Instead, he just slaps at her.
Little slapperoo.
And she just goes back down, and you just see blood. And then the facial, they pan on all three of their faces, and like Michael Rappaport gives us like, very like.
He just gives the Rappaport special.
Yeah, he gives you the Rappaport special.
Scoggins.
And so they're like Scoggins, can you reach that door? He's like, nah, man, I'm only 5'5". Nah, man. I can't. And then they hear knocking on the door that's next to them.
Yeah.
Or above them. And they're like, oh shit, the shark's gonna come out through the top walking or on a tricycle or something crazy. And
it's like, oh wait, it's my future calling. It's time for me to get some FaceTime. The only time I could do that is at the NBA Celebrity All-Star Game.
Exactly. But it's LL Cool J.
Yes.
And he throws down some shirts. I love how they're like, man, we don't really know how to film them climbing this rope shirt up to there, so we'll just show us pulling the rope shirt back in so you know they did do it.
So finally, LL makes his way back to the group, the posse, the clan, the crew.
They're all up together. And they're like, all right, let's take the stairs now. He's like, bro, you don't want to take the stairs. They're flooded. Yeah. Stairs are flooded. And then Scoggins comes up with this plan. He's like, yo, if we flood this room, we'll be able to do this thing, because I'm Scoggins.
The Italian accent. We're from where? What are we doing?
How
do you like my smoker, like, rasping?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I've been smoking Newport since the 40s.
Let me get my pack of Camel out the car.
And that was smoker hour. Yeah, so they're going to come up with this plan. Scoggins and Thomas Jane are going to go flood a room. And they're like, LL, you watch her. And she's like, I'm going to go get some stuff from my room. And LL's like, okay, fine. Doesn't do his job, like instantly gives up. But he has to give his last will and testament.
Of course. And everybody loves a good will and testament.
Yeah, he's like, I just want to thank everyone in my life that made it worth it. And he's like, there's only one thing left. One little piece of information I have to give to you. The perfect omelet is made with 2 eggs, not 3, because 3 is a mistake.
Incredible. incredible line from LL.
The delivery is what makes it so good.
The joy I got from hearing that. I wanted to make that my my opening quote. There's a lot of good ones. Yeah. That was
like LL. It's so weird to say, but in a movie with like all this like batshit, not realistic stuff, he's like a very realistic character.
He's a dude. Like, yeah, he's a real dude, you know, like with real problems, like, you know, fallen pastor to alcoholism.
Yeah, he's like he's the everyday man.
He's a very real guy. A very real backstory.
The amount of time that they could get that much information in was honestly impressive, and the only really good part about this movie.
Yeah, I mean, like, between like doctors and shark proteins and putting large shark brains and shark wranglers and
it was truly nothing that mattered to the storyline at all, and he's the most interesting character.
Without a doubt.
No offense to Samuel L. Jackson, but not even like his hiking story was really that interesting.
No.
Or relevant. Well, I guess for the motivational speech, but
I mean,
think that was to build that scene up, and it did work.
If only to be eaten by a shark, it was worth it.
Yeah,
which is what it was. Like, his scenes are good, Samuel L's, too. Yeah. It's just it's tough to beat LL. Yeah. So
I mean, when you're that cool,
yeah, exactly.
This guy is completely operating at 65 degrees, 24/7.
So, what scene do you want to talk about first? What happens with Rappaport and Carter, or do we talk about Susan getting her evidence? We could talk about either one first. Let's go with the evidence first. Yeah. Okay, so Susan's going to go to her locker room, right? She's going to open her locker. She's going to grab the research, which confused me because wasn't the research in the lab that broke?
That's what I thought in the beginning, and that would have been submerged in water.
And now she's just getting it out of a locker.
Yeah, I mean, copies?
Maybe. But how would she have gotten copies? It was like there was no in-between time.
I mean, she could have technically made copies because she knew she was probably losing her job.
Close. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that, honestly, that's giving it way too much credit, but that's the only thing I could think of is that she was just told that she's probably going to lose her job, and if anything goes wrong, she wants to be able to take her research.
Okay. All right, I'll buy into it.
Again,
I'm going to buy in.
Giving too much credit.
You know me. I'm always buying in.
I haven't seen a copy machine or an office type environment here, but we're just going to say they exist.
Yes.
We're assuming it's in the lab.
Yeah, so we're buying in. All right, so she's going to get jump scared by the fake shark behind her.
Yeah.
And no, not the fake shark, the one she was working on earlier.
Well, yeah, but
it's a real shark. It's just dead.
It's dead, yeah. It's a dead shark.
So I don't know why that shark couldn't go after that fucking shark, but okay.
Who knows?
Because it was probably a recently dead shark if the
I think it was a stuffed shark.
Oh, we're going stuffed shark?
Yeah, it's like a taxidermied shark, I actually think.
Practice shark?
Shark tail.
Yes. Will Smith.
Nobody slaps better than Will Smith.
That's a fact.
Guy just fucking hits, dude.
Get my wife's name out your mouth,
dude.
You can curse on this podcast.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know why I didn't say fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So my whole take on that whole thing, and I really like, it's so long ago. You know what I mean? It's so like back in the day, but like, I think that Chris Rock was totally fine to say whatever the fuck he wanted to say about his wife. It's not cool for sure. But the problem with Chris Rock is, as a comedian, you're gonna say some shit. There's gonna be consequences. You're gonna get your ass beat.
Agreed.
Right? I mean, like, you're going to say something, there are consequences to what you're going to say. You're going to get your ass kicked. And by ass kicked, fucking Will Smith's going to be like...
The thing was, it wasn't even that funny of a joke.
It wasn't. Because Chris Rock is hit and miss for me. Like,
he has his moments. Chris Rock definitely has his funny moments.
He's a legend. I'm not gonna disrespect Chris Rock. He does.
His older stand-up, fantastic.
I agree. I do agree.
Sometimes people peak.
Yeah.
We can't all be George Carlin, who was firing on all cylinders his entire career.
Chappelle. I think
Chappelle is also really funny still.
He's just a legend.
So, with that said, though, the real shark's going to show up. She's going to come up with this great plan of getting on top of a desk, undressing for the kids, putting all of her clothes down. Well, you watched this as a kid. Isn't it your number one memory?
I just remember taking my pants off and jerking off to it.
Exactly. So for the kids, she's going to put
definitely a lie. I did that to porn. I mean, let's just be honest.
Yeah, no, we're being realistic.
I just remember the scene.
Yeah, so she's going to stand on top of her wetsuit, which I guess, but...
Yes. Is it rubber? Is it like insulated?
Yes, and I get that, but my question is, she's still wet grabbing the electrical wire, so... Wouldn't it only affect it if it was below? Like, wouldn't she still be electrocuting the top half?
I think so.
I mean, I'm not a scientist. I don't know. I'm not Stellan Skarsgard.
But have you also ever injected and put in shark proteins into Alzheimer's brains?
No, so that's what I'm saying. I don't know shit. So maybe this would work. But she throws it in, electrocutes the shark. 2 sharks down.
2 sharks down.
Now let's cut to Carter and Rappaport.
Okay.
They're going to... hit some levers, some switches.
Control manuals and levers, and is it lever?
Lever. Let's call them levers.
Okay.
And
I think it depends on the part of the country. It could be a lever or a lever.
Lever. Lever or lever. We're gonna see Stellan Skarsgard. Just floating. Just floating.
Passing by on drift by. Or he's got like the muscle twitch. I'm like, so Caitlin has her cat is
got 3 arms, right?
Missing leg.
Yeah.
Aww.
And it can't, like, it gets itchy and it can't scratch it, so you see the muscle kind of going up. That just reminds me of Stellan Skarsgard in this movie.
That's so sad.
Yeah, but like that's like the example of like a cat that's just so lovable.
Yeah.
I feel like it's made up for it. You know, someone that's gone through some shit.
Yeah.
And they've like just are a great person because of the bad stuff they've been through. Like that's that cat.
But if there's one animal you are a cat person, you would say.
I am. And I probably would realistically be a dog person if I had the exposure to dogs or more exposure to dogs. But like I said,
I think the problem was the exposure.
Had exposure.
Yes.
Like,
So that's the thing. Like people, anytime I tell people I hate German Shepherds, they're like, oh, they're such lovable dogs. They're so cute. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you don't know the German Shepherds I know.
totally. Like, dude, honestly, this thing about it, like, sometimes being exposed to germs is good because you build up your body so you don't get that disease. Sometimes when you're exposed to radiation, it's bad and you get mutated.
Yeah.
So I just have a weird anti-dog mutation.
Yeah, I get it.
Can't you say it's very visible?
Yeah, no, I completely get it. So while they're pressing all these levers, Louisiana, the levees broke.
My God.
They're gonna get eaten, and not they. I mean, just Michael Rappaport. And in your favorite death scene, you said, right, like where he's just like smiling at the.
He's like fucking smiling, and the shark's just like fucking takes him away. Like,
you know, oh my God, dude, it's actually fucking fun.
Just fucking arcs to him.
And if you know the best part though is like Michael Rappaport, I don't even know if gets eaten or just fucking electrocuted because he rams him into the electricity. And they do this like shake thing a lot to people in this movie. And just shakes him in the into the electricity. And then you just see his foot fucking twitching as it floats away.
Yeah. It's like a bear, just like bear taking something and just like wrangling it.
Yeah.
It's like what the sharks do to Michael Rappaport.
Yeah, because you could stop a bear by mushing its face. I've said this before on the podcast. Black bear.
100%.
Yeah, you can't do that to a grizzly. Grizzlies will fuck you up.
Also, gotta be careful because I don't think you can do that to a shark either.
Probably not. You punch it in its nose, though.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? You may be able to left hand stab it. I think we proved that. You can take a spear and like literally...
Oh, yeah, Shark Night 3. Yeah, we learned about that. That's true. That's true.
Technically, I thought they said the best way to like get out of a shark was like to just hit it in the eye, right?
Yes, that is... It's either that or punching in its nose. I would go for the eye, though.
You can punch in its nose. You can just go mono. You could actually just go face
mano
to face.
a mano?
Yeah.
Apparently, you can just kill sharks one on
You
one.
could just use Ray Romano.
Oh, my God.
Just
slide him right into his-
just throw Ray Romano at him.
Honestly, valid.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you know.
It's just, don't you know, my TV show was funny once. So anyway, Carter's going to go back to the group, and they're like, Susan's going to be like, where's Scoggins? And then LL's going to be like, nah, it's Scoggins. They had a bro moment, actually. We didn't talk about Scoggins and LL.
Yeah.
Where they were even like, yo, man, we're going to get out of here. We're going to have drink some Henny or something.
That's the good thing about, that's how you know you're a true bro when you're a bro with everybody.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like, you're
LL
a
is just
dude.
yeah.
You know who's a bro? Sleepaway Camp. That dude with the short-ass shorts?
Richie?
No. The camp counselor. Remember
Oh,
he had the long hair?
but
He looked like fucking Rob Damiani.
yes, yeah. Oh my God, I can't think of that guy's name, but I know who you're...
bro. Because you think this guy's just a beefcake and he's so sweet.
He's something.
But like, LL's a bro.
He is. He definitely is. So now they have this plan. They're going to go into the... Oh, one thing we forgot to mention. The evidence got electrocuted and it's gone. So she has nothing left. Forgot to mention that part.
The evidence got electrocuted, Shane?
Yeah, not evidence, the research.
The research.
This is going well.
research.
This is
You
going
know,
well
I
for
just
her.
pictured like paperwork getting electrocuted.
Well, that's what it was, though. When they
How
show
does
it
it happen?
floating, it's just electrocuted paperwork,
I know,
right?
The whole place. Yeah.
This is going well for her.
It's a terrible day. So they go into this room, and they're like, okay, we'll take these rafts up. Tom Shane explains how
Not to
explode your
mention
lungs.
all these people, anyone who survives, including the crew that's not even there for the weekend, are going to like lose their jobs anyway because Samuel's gone.
Can you?
That's
I just
true.
realized this. Can you imagine leaving your job for the weekend and coming back to everyone being dead and you no longer having a job?
Crazy.
It's gotta suck.
It's gotta suck. We are now down to 3 characters.
Yes.
We are down to Susan, the shark wrangler himself, Carter, and LL.
Yes. They're going to throw up propane tanks with the vest around them as they swim to the surface. It's not a deep swim. They don't have any risk of drowning. They just got to hope they don't get eaten by the shark.
Which is a very real risk and happens.
Yes. So the shark does go for the propane tank at first, and then it realizes, oh, wait, I'm smart. This is a propane tank.
Correct. They can distinguish it. 'Cause
So
they're super smart.
Thomas Jane, Susan get to the surface. LL gets grabbed. And now LL has what Jen likes to call plot armor.
Okay, let's just be realistic here. I'm gonna
It's more of young Dan's thing.
I'm giving it to you right
There
now.
is the stereotype that brothers can't swim.
Yes.
He's lagging behind the other two. Gets bitten a little bit.
But
But he is so cool. Super cool. So cool that he actually takes this and gets away.
he's the first person the shark doesn't just obliterate or bite the limb off of. The shark just nips at his leg and holds him in place and swims with him.
But he also beats
Like,
the
let's have fun.
stereotype
Yeah.
that brothers die first
True.
because he makes a marathon.
Well, yeah. And he has the power of God because God's going to stab the shark in the eye
That's a fact.
and he's going to escape.
When you have God on your side, you're doing things right.
So they all get to the surface. They're safe. But then they realize something. The shark has been purposely flooding this facility in a specific way so it can escape and get to the deep blue sea. Because what is the answer to the riddle? What does a big shark think about? It thinks about freedom. It thinks about the deep blue sea.
you think that was the quote I should have used?
No, God, no. You should have used the omelet one.
How'd you remember that entire quote? That's literally almost verbatim the quote.
I've seen this movie, no joke, from childhood till now, like 17 times.
Oh my God.
Brian, wait till you see the rating I'm going to give this movie.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So, they now realize
excited.
they got to kill this shark. So they come up with the plan. We're going to blow it up.
We're gonna blow it.
We've seen Jaws.
Absolutely.
Let's blow this shit up. So,
I mean, it is a good plan.
LL's hurt. So he's...
He literally was treading so much blood. The fact that he's still alive right now
It's amazing.
crazy. But not only that, he's got more fight in him.
Yeah, he's going to be the harpooner. He has to harpoon the detonator into the shark to blow it up.
Thomas Jane is gonna be on the shark.
Yes. But they first have to jump into the water to get the dynamite in the shark, right?
Correct.
And Susan's going to be a distraction. So she pulls a sharp squid out of her pocket.
She does. She
Where did
audibles
she
it.
actually get this? I actually don't remember.
I don't remember either, but she audibles it, and she literally just jumps in the water
Yes, with just a bloody hand.
to be the distraction, so the shark, is distracted.
And to be fair to her, this plan was going to work, except the ladder breaks,
Correct.
and then the shark eats her.
It's actually kind of funny because it's a great plan, and then it's a plan. That's a great plan.
It's a plan. It's a believable plan.
Somewhat.
And it's just the effort that she went to do it. She plops in there thinking it was so smart gonna work, and she gets fucking
Destroyed.
absolutely eviscerated by the shark.
And she's gone. She evaporates. So then,
And you would think that she was gonna make it. She's the character that would make it.
and
so
she doesn't.
It's telling. I mean, she had no development of her character, so it made sense. I'm happy that not that Thomas Jane was the best character. He was okay. LL had the most development.
They chose the best characters to keep alive.
Probably, yes.
I would have liked if Samuel was a little alive, though. Just a little.
Just maybe made it a little further. No, you had to kill him.
She
I
was
love
dead,
his death.
Corpses flying.
I love his death,
I
though.
like his death. I just don't know why I wanted only his character to be in that group.
I think it's better he died where he
Yeah.
did. I actually like it.
Epic. I have an
Make
epic-
sure everyone else is unemployed after the end of this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's just finish the movie. So basically, like you said, they had to wrap the dynamite around the shark. But in order to properly kill the shark. Well, doesn't he have to shoot the harpoon? He shoots Thomas Jane in the leg.
So it hits the fin, but Thomas Jane's leg is right behind the fin. That's why Thomas Jane gets hooked to the shark.
I got it. Okay, it makes sense.
That's why he can't just let go of the shark while the shark's swimming away.
So
He's stuck
to it.
Yes.
Got it. That was the problem. Okay. I didn't realize it was hooked to the fin, too.
Yes.
That makes sense now. Because he has to get himself
free. And Elo realizes the shark is going to go through the gate, and Elo has to decide, am I blowing up Thomas Jane?
Yeah. And he's like, battery, because once he does it, it's going to blow.
Yeah. And he does it, blows up. But they do film it well, where when you see the shark going through, you see Thomas Jane hold on to
he's going through the gate, and like it's like a really, like, I guess, reinforced fence.
Yeah.
It's got like a hole in it, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, he hangs on to it, so he's able to capture that as the shark goes through.
Yeah.
Blows up. Oh, cool. I think he's blowing up Thomas Jane.
But Thomas Jane shows up behind him, and he's like, "What do you look sad about, bud?" It's almost like Jaws.
Yes.
Where
at the end of it,
with Hooper,
it's
thinks Richard Dreyfuss is dead, but then Richard Dreyfuss shows up.
Hooper is Richard Dreyfuss.
Well, what's Brody?
Brody, yeah.
Brody thinks Hooper is dead, and then Hooper shows back up, and he's like, "Oh shit, we're alive."
Because he's been under the water the whole time.
Yeah, and now this is the same thing where LL thinks Thomas Jane is dead, but Thomas Jane shows up. They have a little moment, and then the weekend crew shows up, and they're like still partying on the boat.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the end of the movie. That's the deep blue sea.
It's honestly like there's 3 sharks. He goes, "Are you sure?"
Yeah,
sure
that's actually fun. And Thomas Jane takes
his foot out of the water.
It's actually, it's pretty funny.
He's like, "But if there is, I'm gonna get on top of it, right the fucking thing."
Yeah, because all I want to do is run sharks.
Pet Crew comes back and is like, "Shit, where's all our shit?"
Have you ever seen Thomas Jane's TV show on HBO, Hung?
No.
Do you know what the idea of the show's about?
It's that he has a huge penis.
Huge cock. He's a basketball coach and he's got a huge cock.
Yeah, that's actually the plot of the movie, the TV show, I mean. It's apparently really good, though, right?
I'd watch it, yeah.
So, fun fact, I didn't know about this movie till I was looking up on IMDb. There's 2 sequels.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's a Deep Blue Sea 2 and 3. I've actually never seen either one, though.
I don't know if Hung is on HBO, so I actually retract that. I don't know where it's on, but it's on one of them.
It's on something. Okay. It exists. Did you have something now you want to add to something? I thought when we were talking about something, you had something you wanted to say at the end.
Do I want to add something? I mean, no. I actually I kind of like the way it ended.
Okay.
Just that riding scene at the end
is wild, right?
Yeah, the CGI in this movie is a little
because he
nuts.
The shark goes mouth open, but he does this there's no way someone could do a flip fast enough to he
in water
bounces off the shark's nose, holds onto the fit. It's impossible, right?
In water, it's tough.
Yeah. But it happens. So I guess review time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This movie.
I am excited for this.
Bad CGI.
Whew.
The plot, some things are a little crazy. The acting, hit and miss. You got some good. You got some bad. Action, great. You gotta love it. It's tense. There's water. Who doesn't like water in their movies? It's funny at times. With all that said, I'm giving this movie a strong 7 out of 10.
Whoa! Really? Okay, I thought you were gonna be like an 8 or higher.
Oh no!
That's the shit you gave Anaconda. I was like, what?
I can't give this anything that Anaconda is better than this movie. I like Anaconda more, but I do like this movie. There's like I said, I'm giving this a 7 out of 10. That's a high rating for this movie, especially. But I'm just entertained, and it's a movie I would watch again.
Yes.
So. Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's a creature feature, man.
Yeah. I guess I expect too much from my creature features, maybe. I don't know.
Well, because there are some. I'm trying to think. Because even Lake Placid's great, but it's still kind of dumb at times.
Yeah, I just love Lake Placid.
It's great.
That's the standout creature feature for me.
It is a great movie.
Besides, the Jaws and the Jurassic Parks, because that's
Jurassic Park is a creature feature, but it's just such a fucking blockbuster movie.
It's so good, so good. Plus, Sam Neill is just
incredible. I actually love Jeff Goldblum in that movie too.
Me too, but Sam Neill's gotta be the most underrated actor.
Well, Sam Neill is at his best when he's playing a batshit insane character.
He's gotta be insane.
He's gotta be Event Horizon, Possession, which Possession's coming up in... wait, is Possession in August?
I think it's coming up in August. It's coming up very soon.
Oh, that's exciting.
It's not a top 5. It's definitely a top 10er for me.
Jen, Possession is going to be interesting.
August 29th.
There we go. Oh, I'm excited for Possession.
Wild. He is insane.
I don't remember if I've
There's
seen
another
that.
character.
Definitely not.
Another
Was
character.
It's a very...
Was it on Sci-Fi?
No.
It's-
Okay,
you
so
can't
we're
even
going to
find
make
it.
sure you watch the right Possession because there is a
1981?
Yes, there is a 2017 movie called Possession that's like readily available. We're going to have to get you deep web to find that one.
You're going to have to provide the link.
Yeah, I got you.
Or I'll just watch the new one and you'll be...
Oh, it's completely different movies because it's not even a remake. It's just a completely different movie this time. So we got to get you the right one. It's weird because Possession, it's not like overly crazy, but it is like banned in countries, right?
I don't know why.
I don't either because it's not...
The main actress is so talented.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Because it's not like when you think of what we did for Fucked Up February, Possession's nothing compared to those movies.
No,
It's just
no.
a great
It's a good
movie.
It is on like, is it on the...
It's on, yeah, no, we'll be able to watch it for free. That's why I said I'll get Jen the link, but...
Because that scene and in like the tunnels.
The tunnels.
Oh, she...
They reenacted in Climax.
Yeah. Yeah. Because of the way that
The movie,
camera
yeah.
style and her screams, so fucking good. Like it's... Yeah, it's like I've seen it once and then I've seen it again. I love
Fantastic.
that movie. It's like a top 10er for me. It's
So,
good.
I gave a 7 out of 10 for Deep Blue Sea. We'll go to you, Bri.
Yeah, 5. 5.
Okay.
Definitely a 5. I don't know if I like it more or less than Anaconda. It's kind of like on the same
Would you give
platform.
Anaconda?
5.
Really? Ah, that's sad.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Ashes
it's
to ashes.
entertaining movie.
Dust to dust.
Yeah, they're very entertaining. Like I could watch them anytime.
Yeah.
Like, there's absolutely could watch them. They're just not great. Like the CGI is just so fucked up. In this
It's fucking terrible.
and like Thomas Jane just riding sharks, bro. Like I can't. The main actress is not great at all. So neither is Janice in my opinion. Sweet, but not great.
Yeah, no.
And Stellan Skarsgård, who I guess at this point in time, well, Samuel L. actually would be like the highlight actor. Dies in like 2 minutes. It's comical. Like the idea breeds ridiculousness.
Yeah.
In a serious movie, this is not meant to be a comedy. Well, a comedy and like the relief from LL, but like it's a serious movie, and because it's a serious movie. And I'm seeing sharks spit Stellan Skarsgård into fucking glass.
Windows, yeah.
They're breaking doors down. Like I said, circumnavigating for the freedom. Actually, you know what? That kind of makes sense because animals kind of like do gotta like.
Yeah.
So I can't too much, but yeah.
Oh, animals have that like internal map in their head.
Yeah, that's true. It's just like, but the hyper intelligence of these sharks is just
It's too much.
Crazy,
Yeah.
like insane. Trying to cure Alzheimer's. It's very specific. It's interesting, but it's a little too out of left field for me. That's okay.
It's like the sharks were like planning this and this was just their
Yeah.
escape.
Yes. I agree with that.
This is literally like
I
a shark.
love it.
Yeah, 5 out of 10.
Jen.
I'm honestly I was gonna give it a 4, and I'm only gonna give it a 5 because of LL Cool J and Samuel. Because I didn't really, the plot and everything about this movie just sucked.
Oh, I love this movie. It's crazy.
I'm sure you do.
I mean, yeah. I
Like,
mean,
I don't know. Like it wasn't cohesive. Like it could have been a bad movie where it was just like more cohesive, but. And even if like the plot like wasn't like thick or anything, like I think they tried too hard with the plot, and it could have just been like, all right, we're doing this for pharmaceuticals, like not trying to do something very specific, and someone was just obsessed with their work. Like I feel like that would have been like take all the extra information out and just leave like she's a mad scientist trying to do this shit with sharks. It would have not even made sense. It just I feel like would have been a better storyline having not much of a storyline.
Okay.
So that would have been my thing. Like if it it would have been way more enjoyable, but the actors were just fucking bad. Like if we were just from the sharks' point of view, I would have enjoyed that so much more because I hate like the scenes with the actors just sucked.
I love every second of it.
it does remind me of Underwater in a way.
It does, yeah, 100%.
It's like obviously Underwater's not.
I like this movie more than Underwater.
It doesn't have the comic relief, but I would say why I actually like Underwater more is because like the build up to that ending scene is
The ending is amazing.
wild. Like it's really good, but it's another movie that has basically just like a really like mystery. You don't really know anything, and they don't build it up well at all. It's except for the end. The ending is like, okay, well now I get why they were doing these things, but it wasn't like super cohesive.
Agreed.
It kind of reminds me.
I
of
agree
that.
with that.
All right, gentlemen. Do you want to nominate anyone from this movie into our Necronomicon?
There's so many people you could choose.
There is.
You know, I'm choosing Sammy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he would make sense. I'm not going to win on this one, but I
What's his name?
With Samuel.
His name's
No,
Russell,
he had a name.
Oh, yes, he does.
it's Russell something.
I don't know it.
It
but
is
he had
Russell.
A name.
It is Russell. Russell something.
It's Russell? Okay. So, Brian, do you have
Is
anyone
that your
else?
choice? Yeah, my choice was the girl in the watchtower.
Brenda.
It could even be the doctor lady because the way she just jumps in.
Oh, my God.
I didn't like her.
To be a hero, though, she tried to be a hero and she gets fucking destroyed.
So, between Samuel and Brenda, flip a coin.
You're not going to pick anybody?
I like both of those options.
Oh. I kind of like how...
I haven't been picky. Like no one in our recent nominations has been like really hitting.
I really feel bad though because I feel like the answer should definitely be Sammy. It should really be Sammy. I'm going to give you Sammy.
You want it to be Sammy?
I'm going to give it to you because it really should be. Like, there's no way
you want it to be Russell.
It was just so ridiculous how this woman died in the control tower. But like that epic speech, like I feel like I can't deprive you. If it turns out to be the girl in the control tower, it doesn't deserve to be.
No.
It should be Sammy. So I will change.
Okay.
Sammy.
We'll do Sammy then.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Shaney, do you have any words of wisdom, words of thought for Samuel L. Russell?
Russell Franklin.
Of course I do. Russell Franklin, Samuel. You were a suit, but you weren't a typical suit. You were a suit who went on expeditions. You've seen the Alps. You've eaten a human. You've done it all. And you knew in this situation, sharks everywhere, water flooding everywhere, there was only one way that you guys were going to survive. And that was if you guys were no longer going to fight anymore. First, we're going to seal off this hole. You had a plan, but the sharks were just a little bit smarter than you.
You've seen this movie too much.
And they were never going to let you execute that plan. The problem with your death was that it was the worst CGI of the film. But that doesn't matter, so we're still going to honor you in our necro. It is pretty bad that I can like almost do these quotes like word for word.
I'm kind of impressed, Shane.
So, sadly, that was the end of the Sea Shandies month.
Summer Shandy.
Summer Shandies. Fuck! I never got it right.
Summer seas singing, chanting, womboing, shanties.
I'm so sorry.
We are taking August off. Not off from reviews, but off from themed reviews.
Yes.
Because we did summer. It's only 4 weeks.
Womboing.
And just like a heads up, August will be like normal reviews. Shane will announce what we're doing next week shortly. But I can tell you just a heads up, we are doing sequel September again this year.
Yes.
With some banger sequels, so I'm excited for that.
So August has 5 Mondays.
Okay.
So we got 5 more reviews, and then I'm not gonna give away anything in August, but I'm gonna give the people a little heads up for the sequels, just so they know we got some good ones. We're gonna be doing Final Destination 3.
That's a big one.
We're going to be doing Sleepaway Camp 2.
Everybody remembered our 10th review ever was Sleepaway Camp, and we're finally going back to 2.
Yes, we are going to do Friday the 13th, Part 3.
Okay.
Great. The first couple films are really good.
And we're going to end, technically not end, but we're going to do the last Monday in September is Saw 2. And then, as is tradition, we continue sequel September 1 week into October, where we'll be doing Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Yeah, only if there was a Houses of October built 3.
We would have hit that too, but we're not.
It would have just made me mad.
Yeah, me too, because that ending of the second one was bad.
But first, we got to go through August. So let's talk about the first movie we are reviewing in August. We're going to have my brother on as a special guest. Horror comedy from 2019, Ready or Not.
Yeah. Super funny. Great year for horror, and I'm very excited to do this one. Happy that Nikki's back.
Me too.
I haven't seen him in like 8 months.
This will be his first time on the pod by himself without another guest. Because his first one was Gremlins, and Danny was also here.
Sure.
And his second one was the entire state of New Jersey.
Correct.
So now he finally gets one on his own. We'll see how he does. Will he be ready or not?
Oh, I think he'll be ready.
I think so too.
Cool.
I don't.
All right.
So with that said, we are the final podcast signing off, and we will see you next week, whether you're ready or not.
Yeah, you're going to do that. We're gonna do that. Awesome. Definitely check us out every Monday at www.thefinalpodcast.com. Wherever you choose to watch us, we are now on YouTube. We feature every episode on our website. Check us out. It's really just a one-stop shop for anything Final Podcast shit. And definitely hop in that Discord, join the conversation. We're always talking horror movies. We're always having some conversation, whether it's about Shane's nicknames, whether it's about ways that Jen's going to off herself.
Should be a blast.